Alright, I'm just gonna do a quick intro. So the basic structure of this video is we're gonna run Doom on the 2006 Mac Pro, and then we're gonna run it again on the iMac Pro. And we're gonna run 4 different benchmarks. We're gonna run Doom, just plain vanilla Doom. We're gonna run Brutal Doom. Right now I have Brutal Doom version 21 as of February 14th, 2018. Then we're gonna run the NUTS.WAD. The NUTS.WAD is pretty infamous for being very difficult on computers to run. So we'll see how it handles on the 2006 Mac Pro versus the iMac Pro. And then we're gonna run NUTS using Brutal Doom, and then we'll see the difference in performance there. So let's do this. What's up, you freak bitches? I ordered the iMac Pro a couple weeks ago, and it should be here in a couple days. Okay, so I'm still rocking 2006 Mac Pro. This is the original cheese grater. This shit's been in my family since I was a freshman in high school. That is ridiculous. It's a testament to the hardware and how awesome it's been, which is why I chose to buy another Mac. I did upgrade the CPUs, the GPU, and the RAM. So it's higher than it was when we first got it, but it's still outdated. I Hackintoshed it to get Mavericks on it, so it's still super old, and it's time for an upgrade. While I still have this, I want to do a benchmark that I haven't seen anywhere else. So the goal is to see how well Doom runs on the iMac Pro. And we're going to use this 2006 Mac Pro as a benchmark. And it should run smooth as butter, because I mean, it's a game released in 1995 and this is a 2006 computer. So let's do some benchmarks. Yeah. Alright, so for running Doom, we're going to be running GZ Doom version 3.3. So that's where I'm at as far as engines and shit. So first, does Doom run on the 2006 Mac Pro? Yes, it does. Seems to run great. Now, let's try it out with Brutal Doom with a custom WAD. Alright, so clearly it can handle all kinds of fast action. This is totally playable on the 2006 Mac Pro. Everyone's talking about Geekbench scores. I don't give a fuck about Geekbench scores. I don't know how that translates to actual application. It's just a bunch of numbers to me. Okay, so this is the actual real meat of the experiment. We're gonna run NUTS, and that's always what cripples these computers. And we'll see how it does. Alright, so this is just the vanilla Doom. Let's just see how it goes. As you can see, there's a shit ton of monsters, and it's kind of chugging along. We haven't even triggered anybody yet. So let's see what happens. So when we engage everybody... Oh, there it goes. Alright. So if we get the BFG and God mode, let's check it out. So as you can see, we're getting about 2 seconds per frame. Not exactly ideal. Let's see how it does with Brutal Doom. Oh man. So let's see how this does. What is this, like 7 seconds per frame? Probably more like 10. Let's see. Yeah, it's it's toast. It can't handle this at all. Alright, looks like we reached the limits of the Mac Pro. Let's see how the iMac Pro stacks up. Now as far as my model of computer, I got the 10-core iMac Pro, I got the Vega 64 graphics card with the 16 gigabytes of VRAM, and I got 128 gigs of memory. This model's pretty souped up, and I'm going to be using it for a lot of cool stuff. But for now, let's run Doom. Alright, I'm back. I got my iMac Pro. I spent the last few days setting it all up, and it's time to play some Doom. Alright, so it opens up. It's up and running. Looks good. Alright, let's see how it does with Brutal Doom on a custom WAD. Alright, so clearly it runs fine. Alright, it's a moment of truth. Let's see how it runs nuts. This is my first time seeing it. Let's do it. Oh wow, it's really smooth. It's a little bit chuggy, but it's still fine. But let's see what happens. It's doing it. It's doing pretty well, actually. I can actually play this. It's totally doing it. So it can play nuts. That's pretty nuts. Let's see if it can play nuts with Brutal Doom installed. So let's see what happens when you trigger everybody. Oh. Oh, it's chugging now. Oh man. Now granted, there's a lot of stuff going on right here. I'm not sure if it's a limitation of the computer or the engine itself. So maybe it's not optimized for multi-core, which I'm sure it isn't because it's an old game. So we're getting about 9 seconds per frame. So it can play nuts, but it can't play nuts with Brutal Doom on. Oh well. However, there is another mod that I want to try out. Aside from Brutal Doom not being able to run nuts, everything else seems to be running decent, if not great. Now I'm not going to be playing Doom on this machine mainly, but it's nice to know that whatever I throw at it, it'll generally be able to handle it. Alright, one more quick test because I thought this was pretty cool. We're going to run NUTS.WAD. So here it is, just real quick. So if we fire, see it chugs pretty bad, but it's not as terrible as I've seen from other computers. Now let's see what we can do about getting that God mode. Oh man. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can make it down over here. So now everyone's triggered. Everyone's pretty much right in front of me. It seems like we're still getting about, I mean, it's still playable. Obviously it's not very smooth, but this is better performance than I've seen from any other computers. So I just thought I'd add that at the end of this video just to see an even more extreme case. And the iMac Pro can definitely play Doom. So, right on. So all you Doomers out there, I hope this is enlightening. So if you get the iMac Pro, at least this model, you won't be disappointed. Anyway, if you liked this video, if you thought it was insightful or helpful, then be sure to share it with your Doom friends. And see you next time.